My consciousness was wandering out and it came to me, right? Okay.
Lights on, nobody home.
Yeah. All right. It's pretty much the same, more or less the same idea in English. Actually.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you think of it, and if you think about it in Irish and you do something, go, okay, well, I guess that makes sense. Okay. All right, a different way of saying it. Okay, the next one is the word us, means out of, okay, basic idea. So we had a few things like bek is a yelp. So lig she bek asti she yelped. Okay, lig she bek asti.
What's leg?
Lig is let, so she let a yelp out of her. Let she a yelp out of her. Okay, so how would you say I yelped?
Awesome.
Okay. Out of me. This one it's less used, but okay. Ligmid bek awesome. One of my favorite expressions in Irish. So this is using the word us in there. So they were talking out of each other's mouths. It means they were talking at the same time. Us is out of, bail is mouth. Chela means literally of each other, of the other. They were talking out of the mouth of the other. Okay. Kela usually has the idea of being together or something, so lechela is together. That's Bela Chela out of each other's mouth.
Related to Caleb.
Farah Kayla's husband, Ben Kayla's wife. So, yeah. So us kind of means out of. And so things like, we had a bek is a yelp. We also had the word knad, which is a groan. It's another one of those things you can let out of you is a groan, knad. Okay? Which fellow in the story was doing quite often. So, all right, so that's us. So all of these are prepositions, and we didn't do all the ones that are on the chart, but these are the ones that we hit during the stories so far. Okay? And the important thing on that is just, you obviously have to know the forms so you can recognize them, and especially if you're talking, you have to know how to produce them when you're talking. But the other thing is, you have to know combinations of words plus prepositions a lot of times. So the idea of honig shech higahain, it's a combination of the word tar, meaning to come, and hig, meaning towards. And to come towards yourself in Irish is an expression. It means to come to, okay? You let things out of you. You have things on you. So there are things on you. There are things at you. There are things before you. So you have to kind of know the combinations of those. So it's not enough just to know one word like lig. Lig means let, but this sentence lig me bek awesome just means I yelped, okay, or yelled out. There's no, in English translation you don't have any word let, okay. So the Irish way of putting the idea together is different than the English way. So important thing then is you have to know, and this is the hard thing I think probably going to be in Irish more than a lot of other things. It's going to be learning all these combinations of things that are different from English. Okay, you don't have that as much in French and Spanish or even German as much, because you have languages that are kind of similar to English, and so English and they already share a lot in common. Irish is much further away from English, and so you're having completely different concepts that you have to learn. And that's going to be a big part of learning Irish well, is learning all these different ways of saying things. And I think, yes?
Is Gaelic derived in any way from Latin?
No, it's more like on the same level, so it's a sister language to Latin. So they go back further on, so you'll find similarities. There's some words that came into Irish from either English or Latin or other languages. There's some words that Irish shares with English in the same sense that because the long time ago they were similar languages. So, but Irish is close to like Sanskrit and other Russian or anything as much as it is close to English. Okay, so I think Latin maybe is closer to Irish like Old Irish and Latin, maybe then Irish would be to some other roots, like to the Germanic ones. So. But yeah, you're not going to find a lot of similarities. Well, you get some modern words now because a lot of the modern words come over from English like they do in the other language. Okay.
So the similarity between English and Spanish, at least they're both derived from Latin.
Yeah, and a lot of the English vocabulary and structures come from, you know, basically from French. So.
I thought French, Spanish, and
Yeah,
English
French-
were all just
yeah.
derived from Latin.
Yeah, they all.
English is actually a Germanic language, but
Yeah.
it's closely related to French and other Romance languages now because the French invaded 1066 and took over England.
Yeah.
So a lot of borrowing there.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, the old English is a whole lot more like German.
Although
Yeah, if you
English
look
isn't actually readable, so it's more understandable.
Well, at one point.
Yeah, if you look at actually if you look at English words, there's a lot of words that you'll find that there's two words or more than two words, but often two words that kind of mean the same basic idea, and one word is related to Latin, one's to German. So you have like the word dine and eat, and in German it's essen, and in French it's dîner, for example. So like eat or supper. So you'll find a lot of words like that. That there's a drink and a beverage. And drink is related to German drink, and beverage is like the French boire, for example, to drink. And so you have a lot of those that just have two words. English just has two languages words in it.
Well, beverage and dine are usually considered more.
Right, and that was because
Sophisticated
the Normans were kind of the the ruling.
They have teeth and dentist.
Yeah.
Which is Germanic, and then dentist, dental, all those other teeth-like words come from French.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
More than this.
Okay. So. Let's see. I probably want to do. Let's skip those next two.
What does that Rohin mean?
Rochen? Okay, we'll do it then quickly. So-
8, 9,
Yeah, Dolphin, basically, there's two words you'll see. Dolphin. And sorry, and both of these are used to kind of mean enough.
You know?
Yeah, so it's, or you can think of you can think of this as like my fill. So Jikman Marochin, I ate my fill. Okay, doesn't literally, but that's the idea. And Mahai is also, has the idea of, I think it's from the word sayu, which means like to insert something, so it's what fills me up. Okay, Mahai, filling of me. Okay, so I want to actually come back to that one. I want to look at I really want to go too late on this. And that's the words that we use to say that you have something. Or not have something, but mine, your, and so it's possessives, okay? So,
what number?
kind of between numbers here, okay? Before we actually get to Lochen and so on.
Okay, I don't see that one.
Okay, because it kind of ties into the next few. And then we'll stop probably after that. So, what's the word for my? Mo. Okay? And the word mo means my aspirate. So let's use the word car. Okay, so how do you say my car? Car. How about your? The car. His car? Car. Her car? Car. Our car. Our car. And y'all's car? Were gar. And their car? Agar. Right? Okay, so the important thing is that ma, da, and a meaning my, your, and his all aspirate. A meaning hers doesn't. Our, were, and meaning our, yours, and theirs eclipses. Okay?
Singular plurals. Singular and plurals.
Right. Yeah. So all the singular, well, these three singular ones do aspiration. All the plural ones have eclipses. Okay? Now, let's see. How about let's do Orashta, which is an orange.
Maharashtra.
So how would you say my orange?
Maharashtra.
Orashta. Okay, so it's contracts together. Maharashtra. Your orange?
Maharashtra.
Is that for all vowels?
Yeah, yeah. His orange? It's not just a Maharashtra. Okay. And how about her orange?
Maharashtra.
Maharashtra. And our orange?
Maharashtra.
Our Norashtra.